Premiership Power Rankings, folks. After round 7, we've only got one unbeaten team left, and thankfully now every team's had a win. But yeah, we'll go through the rankings. You guys can let us know your thoughts, and yeah, if you want any England rugby gear, they're doing 10% off, and I think free shipping on some of the orders. If you want to check out England Rugby Store, link down in the description to get yourself some England gear. Red Rose obviously playing down here at NZ, looking pretty decent. And England got some big games on in November. But yeah, in terms of power rankings, we will start with 11th. Remember, we're missing 2 teams in Worcester and Wasps. But Bath, got your jersey on for a reason, Bath. You managed to get a win. You're still bottom of the power rankings. You're still bottom of the actual table. But 1-6 is now the record. 27-14 win over Northampton. So relatively convincing one as well. The first try off kind of turnover ball, built some phases. Redpath with the try assist was pretty sweet. They were doing some pretty mad stuff, attacking from their own in-goal area. Redpath, his intercept one team to kind of finish things off. But overall, man, pretty positive stuff for Bath. And they still continue to get a good crowd every time they play. So well done. Fingers crossed this is the first of a few more. Newcastle didn't have a game this weekend. They were on the bye, so they are stuck there. 1 win and 5 losses in 10th. London Irish have got down a spot. London Irish lost pretty narrowly. Probably could have won this one. Obviously, the drop goal to Hastings is going to be the talking point of that game. I mean, Krevy continues to be dangerous from close range. Hassel Collins was actually kept off the scoreboard for a change, but they conceded a couple of maul tries, and yeah, it was just one of those tight ones, man. 22 points Gloucester, 21 points London Irish. Their record is now 2-4, but yeah, that game was about as close as it can get, but they'll still be disappointed to lose it, so down one spot. Bristol's another one who are without a game this week. They're actually up in the power rankings, but mainly because London Irish lost and Bristol didn't play. So I forget if were they supposed to play Wasps or Worcester. Either way, Bristol didn't end up getting the game, so they're sitting on 3-3. But remembering their more recent 3 have been the losses. They started the season with a bit of a hiss and a roar, but maybe the bye now is a good chance to reset, because the last few games have been a bit disappointing. Speaking of Northampton, Northampton losing to Bath, man. Nobody wants to be the first team to lose to Bath, but it was Northampton, so they're down one spot. As I mentioned, 27-14 loss. No points in the first half, and they never really managed to get within a score of Bath. So continuously chasing, they scored some points. Yeah, they scored one later on, but ultimately, yeah, they come away from that game with a whole lot of nothing, which is yeah, like I said, pretty disappointing. So their record's 3-4. Exeter plummeted 3 spots in the power rankings with a home loss to Saracens and some other teams around them that did okay. So I don't really know how Exeter lost this one, man. They had like 65% possession of territory in that first half, but the score was 10 points apiece at halftime. Just kind of lacking that clinical edge, eh? They scored 2 tries to 1, but honestly punished when they conceded too many penalties. Looked like they won it through Slade with a 76-minute penalty, but gave away 1 more. So, yeah, lost it right at the death. So 22 points Saracens, 20 points to Exeter. 4-2 record is still pretty good, so it's pretty harsh that they dropped 3 spots, but that just kind of is what it is. These guys are up. Quins, goodness me, they inflicted Sale's first loss, and away from home as well. Quins have been kind of not that convincing thus far this season, but some pretty slick hands and a lot of boot to ball. You know, boot to ball sets up at least that first try. Some slick hands sets up the Smith one later on. Yeah, Kieran Smith, as they're putting, I think they kicked like 40 times in that game. So yeah, they played a smart game, and yeah, 29 points to 13 away from home at Sale this season. Deservedly, I think, up 2 spots. Leicester didn't get a game. They're actually up 1 spot. Their record is 3-3. But yeah, likewise, them in a similar situation to Bristol this week. Their game not played, so nothing doing. Sale have dropped. I think I had them first on the power rankings last week, right? Probably for the first time ever, and they immediately went and lost. So their record's still 5-1, pretty nice. Nice try in the first half, but neither side could score any in the second. Too many penalties conceded. They were denied a late try with a forward pass, but still an encouraging start to the season. But 29-13 loss at home is a pretty tough one to take, so down 2 spots. Gloucester, we've got them up in second spot, looking pretty tidy. It's all about that Adam Hastings drop goal. Ultimately, I mean, it's a 50-plus metre drop goal. He just takes the ball, it's from a kick, he grabs it over his shoulder, just turns around and just pummels the thing. What a kick. So really, really sweet. He gets a try assist early as well. Unfortunate Johnny May got injured in that game. But yeah, come from behind win for Gloucester. Their record is now 4-1, 22-21 win. Not like a huge win, but important win in the scheme of things. And then Saracens, 6 from 6. McFarland is some player. He scores a pretty nice try. Daly and Malins had a bit of play in the build-up. I think this is the first time we've seen Malins not get on the board. But their boot absolutely punishes Exeter. Daly got a long-range one. Goods penalty at the death is the winner. Farrell's injury is obviously a bit of an unfortunate one in terms of Saracens and England. But yeah, in terms of Saracens' season, 6 from 6 and an away win at the Chiefs. Pretty tidy stuff. So there you go, folks. Power rankings for round 7. We will wait to see how things go as the rest of the competition unfolds. Not that many games on, just with Wasps and Worcester being missing. So yeah, it's kind of a weird one this season. But anyway, you guys let us know your thoughts, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon.